Okay, this is the day 2 wrap up, 20-day juice fast, May 2022. And I wrote down last night, after I did my report, when I was going to bed, I thought, boy, it would be really great to have a nice hot chocolate. And I was getting ready to make one, to kind of cheat, really cheat. And I looked at the package. I thought, let me just look at this package and see what it consists of and how many calories it has. And has 160 calories per cup. It has 12% fat, which I wasn't even eating that much fat on my wheat-free diet. And it was mostly sugar and plain sugar and high fructose corn syrup. And whey, which is like milk. Anyway, it's just not in the zone, So I didn't have it, and that was really good. And I just went to bed. I think I had some little kombucha and just kind of placate myself. But that was a win for me, because I didn't go off, off the rails, and I felt good about that. And I got up this morning and I had some carrot juice. I drank some carrot juice, drank some green tea, and then I made fresh carrot juice, and did I make fresh carrot juice? No, I didn't. I had carrot juice, I drank carrot juice. I added my Suja green juice to the carrot juice, so I had a lot of that. Kind of doubled it. And then I had tomato juice left over, so I had some of that, some kombucha, green tea. I was just kind of, going along with that. And then in the afternoon, I made a big thing of tomato juice later, probably around 4. So it's just kind of going along. Another win I had was I have a meeting in online with some British people, Americans, British, and usually I would make a cup of black tea with sugar substitute and lemon. And that was like my homage to the British accents, have a nice brisk cup of tea. But I really didn't feel like it. And I was drinking the BAI, which is like a fruit-infused beverage. It's low glycemic, but it's very fruity. And I decided that was legal. So I was drinking on that, watermelon flavored. And I just thought, no, you don't need to just do that just because you always do it. And black tea is like stronger than green tea. It's stronger than I want to get involved with. So far, I've had no headache from not having the coffee. And I thought, you don't need to get involved with that. So I just drank my BAI and I got through the meeting and I broke a little habit, which is great. And earlier in the day, I had done my yoga, really good yoga. I'm so into this yoga with Adriene on YouTube. Really good. And the fact that I enjoy the yoga so much, it's encouraging me to put my exercise clothes on and start. And then once I've done that, I'm warmed up, then I do the Roberta's gym. And I did, I don't know, I was going to do a half an hour. I ended up doing about 15, 20 minutes because I got interrupted. So that was good. And as I was just going along in the day, I was just thinking, well, this is just time, and I was estimating I'll be finished with all this by July 4th. And I'm just kind of like floating down the river, and I'm doing the activity that is designated for that day and not minding it and not really taking it too seriously, not making a judgment on it, just kind of following the orders I've given myself. And that was kind of, it held my mentality in a good place, my attitude. And because food is something I eat because I'm bored, I eat because maybe a little physical discomfort as a distraction. And when that's all gone, all those little snacky snacks, I'm left with like a void. And the tendency is to want to fill it, but my objective is not to fill it. So, I feel some emptiness to a certain extent because perhaps my activity is not as engaging as it might be. And that's where exercise comes into, because that is engaging. And if I can get myself to do it, it distracts me, and it kind of satisfies me in a certain way. And I had found a quote. I was looking up the success of weight loss for the general population. And basically it said 20% of people successfully keep weight off for 18 months. And then there were other statistics that they gained it back or gained half back or gained everything back and another half. But I found this quote that really struck me as being true. This woman wrote, "Maintaining weight loss is not a lifestyle, it's a job. It's a job that requires not just time, self-discipline, and energy, it also takes up a lot of mental real estate. People who maintain weight loss over the long term typically make it their top priority in life, which is not always possible." And then she says, or desirable. I think it's desirable if you you think it's desirable, And I'm sure there are people who really don't need to lose weight or don't have an eating problem where they overeat like me and gain 30 pounds in 4 months, which I do. So if you're just losing weight for just some mental reason, that's not good. And I'm sure for some people it's just not practical in terms of I don't know, letting go of other things. I don't know, but the reason I brought that quote up is because of the idea of it becoming a job, and not just a job, but like your top priority to do it. And I did not expect it to be like that, I've had experiences losing weight my whole life. I've had experiences gaining weight, but to finally come to the realization of the amount of attention and the amount of mental real estate that losing weight takes, I just surrendered to it at a certain point. I accepted it, and I was willing at certain times to give it that attention. And I'm in one of those phases now. And but it's amazing how much time I spend kind of dreaming about like the way I'll feel when I really get the weight off, and that encourages me. I go to that as a thought that keeps me motivated. And I'm in a really good space physically now anyway, right now, but I know that if I don't take the rest of it off, come next fall and next winter, I'll put it on and then some. So it's a yo-yo for me, but I've got to do both actions in order to stay, somewhat healthy, really. So that was my day. And when I got home from the gym, because I went to the gym, I did 20 minutes of resistance training, which I'm also doing regularly. I made a big thing of orange juice with pineapple, my dreamsicle with ice and a straw, and I made like 5 oranges, juiced that with, I had like a third of a pineapple, and oh, it was so good. And that set me up. And then now I'm having some peppermint tea. I did put a teaspoon of honey in it, and I did that the other day too. And I had 2 Altoid mints. They're pretty small. But pretty much I'm sticking, to the program. It's only day 2, but it's kind of well begun is half done. And so that's it. That's my day 2 wrap up for my 20-day juice fast in May 2022.